kettlebell or kettlebell and body weight. And that's pretty much it. I'll go through the details shortly. Let's get warmed up. Go from there. Right, okay.
See you always.
exercise even if you're doing this. That simple. Just 2 shoulder and knee. So, for instance, the first one, now the rep schemes I give you as normal, don't forget you can always change. Nobody's got a gun to your head, you just do what you can do. If you can do the advanced version, great. If you need to scale it back a bit, it's still going to be challenging, it doesn't matter. Okay? So, here's your first combo then. And it's 12 single arm thrusters on minute 1. So you want to make it work for you, so hopefully you've got a weight where 12 thrusters is going to be challenging. You're going to get it done, but you're going to need some air at the end. That's the whole point of it. Thrusters is very much a whole body exercise, from toes to fingers, it does a lot really. So you're going to wrap that kettlebell, you're going to swap sides each round, get a good rack position, hand on the chin, okay? Like you're pulling the kettlebell, it just sits in that little gap there, and descend into that squat, nice and deep, knees go out, and sit into that gap, and drive up, and press at the top. Okay, so it's literally everything. Okay, 12 reps. Keep working on that squat depth. Okay, if you can't get that full depth, that's fine. But just keep working on it, you will get there. Doing 12, you rest. Then minute 2, we're doing 20 single arm rows. Okay, we did these yesterday, I think we did 15. Today we're doing 20 and step back. So you can really focus on the lats. Okay, the kettlebell, thumb side of the handle, as normal, as you would really doing single arm stuff. And then pull into the waist, almost at the hip. Okay, so you're driving that elbow into the back wall to really engage the lats. Okay, so you don't want to be like this, you want to be like that. Okay, and then your lats are properly working properly. Okay, so 12, 20, rest between each, 8 minutes. It's that simple, and we've got 4 combos to do. Okay, focusing on all the different areas of the body. Okay, morning, Leo. Hope you're working with us. You just need a kettlebell or a dumbbell will do. Okay, or if you're an absolute beginner, you can just do the movements hands-free. Okay, get those neural pathways fixed. Okay, there's always a way of doing it. Anyway, 8 minutes, you ready? So we're going to do 12 thrusters first.
All on one side, 6 seconds.
All on the one side. Yeah, all on the one side. You're going to swap sides at every time you do it. Okay? Are you ready then? 12 thrusters. goblet squat to rear lunge, 10 reps. Okay, so again, you've got a more leggy one and a more upper body one. This is your leggy one. Goblet squat to rear lunge. And the other side, okay, knee to floor ideally. 10 reps total. So essentially you're doing 10 goblet squats and 10 rear lunges on. You're going to do 5 each day. Okay, squat, left lunge, squat, right lunge. Okay, remember your rules. Okay, squat, which you just done with the thrusters and knees out. Sit into the gap. And then you're down your train track for your rear lunge. Back. Okay, stay on your tracks. Don't come in the middle of your train tracks. Start there, stay there. For both. Okay? Squat. And that. Okay, right, so that's number one. Number two. Right, walk out to triple press up. Okay? How many you go to is going to differ a lot here with all the different people. Okay, from Puerto Rico, good morning. First time we land from Puerto Rico, good morning. Very early in the morning for you, I think. Anyway, home walk. There, 1, 2, 3, back. Okay? I'm going to go up to 15 press-ups total. So I'll be going up and down 5 times. Okay, you might want to do 9. You might want to do 12. I'll leave it with you. 15 is obviously the hardest. Okay, 12, 9 will be a little bit easier. Okay? Brilliant, thank you very much. It's really nice to hear. Right, okay. Ready then. Squat to rear lunge. Here we go. feet. Right. Choices here. Deck squat to lunge. 8 reps is choice 1. Now deck squats require, yeah, they do require strength, but they require strength in range and mobility. If you haven't got those last two things, you'll struggle. Okay, so you can break this up into 2, I'll show you how. So, the full version, if you have the hip mobility, you can deck squat, down, and then lunge forward, back, back again, and then lunge on the other leg, knees floor back. Okay, 2 things you can do. You can use a hand, if you're still fairly fast, hand up, do it like that. A little bit untidy, but it will lead, the more fluid you get, the more practice you get, the less of a push off you'll need. The other thing you can do, just as tough, is just to do 8 power sit-ups, aka cheating sit-ups. Reach straight arm forward, 8. That same sort of movement. Then get up and just do 8 forward lunges. So you're just separating the 2 movements. Okay, you can do that as well. Right, number 2. We're going to do 20 mid-pull. Okay, so a mid-pull, well, you're going to do a single arm swing. So, through there, through the thigh triangle. As it goes out, I'm going to pull it in to about the middle of your torso. So it's not a high pull, okay, mid pull. Okay? Okay, thank you very much. So through there, pull, through, pull. So you can see the bottom of the kettlebell. And then you just take it back to the hips. It might not look as fluid as that first, particularly on the non-dominant side. So like for instance, my left isn't as fluid and graceful as my right. It does take more mind to muscle, like neural pathway connection than you think. Okay, so keep practicing it. Use a lightweight if necessary. Through the thigh triangle, pull in. So you're not quite as tight with that side. Okay. Through. Bump to bump. Pull through. That's the movement. Okay. 20. And then when you do it again, just swap sides. Okay. Right. That's it. We've got this combo and 1 more. And the last combo is all about the core. Right. Okay. Ready. find it harder than I'm so I'm halfway. 2 more rounds. finish there. Good. 2, 3, so on. Still not doing 10. I'm going to save my strength, that's a lot of it. Okay, we're not doing 10, rest. Minute 2, you're going to do 20 plank rotations. So again, it's one side, so just do the one side at first. So you're in your plank, and then put one hand on your head, and you're going to rotate up, and touch the floor. Rotate, touch. The key thing is, you're touching the floor at the time with your elbow, you rotate as high as you can. Okay? And you just swap sides each time. So, overhead sit-up, 10 reps, plank rotation, 20 reps, swap sides each round, okay? Right. You ready? Last combo there. 10 overhead sit-up.
I said, yeah, please don't worry, man. This one feels nostalgic. It's got some of that 90s magic. I want some of that 90s magic. Yeah, it's another 90s classic. Driving to school with the radio on.
Alright, everybody's there. Kettlebells back. We've got a very little challenge for you called the sanctuary. Keep your mat out. Sanctuary. So the bell goes every 26 seconds. 10. Right, yeah. Bell goes every 25 seconds. 10 sets. Now you're going to do a set number of burpees. Remember, the amount you choose times that by 10. That's how many you're going to be doing in about 3.5, 4 minutes. Okay? So I go for 5, so bear that in mind. So 3, even 2. It's still dual, because once you finish, you're going to hold a regular plank. So this is what I'll do. 5 burpees as fast as I can, and then holding the plank then to the bell, and then going again. Every time that bell goes, 5 burpees, then your plank is your sanctuary, your rest. Okay? 10 sets. Short and sharp, and soon be over. Remember, select the number of burpees, try and stick with it as best you can. So be realistic. Don't do 5 if you know you can't hold 5 10 times over 25 seconds. It ain't long. Okay, think about how many you do in a minute. It's less than half a minute. Yeah, so just do the workings out. Generally, you're reasonably fit, somewhere between 3 and 5. If you're a beginner, just a couple will do. Okay, or do them without going chest to floor. Right. Right, so the core classic track sheet cell sanctuary. Finish the track, get your burpees done, get into the plank. This is where we finish. Right. 3, 2. you. Tough one, man. Brilliant, though. Well